Hello, hello. I'm Heather, and this is knitting update number 23 for Thursday, February 5th, 2026. I just have a really short video today. I'm going to go to the movies in a couple minutes. We're going to see Send Help. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm excited. Sam Raimi, but it looks scary. It looks bloody. I don't know. I'm sure it'll be good. Also, I haven't done much because I had my appointments at the hospital this morning and I had to drive myself, so I didn't really have that much knitting time, but I have some stuff to show. So, and then also after my appointment, I went shopping to get some new jeans, and I'm happy to say I think I was successful, but we'll see. Yeah. Okay, so I will show you some progress on my Pearl Ridge sock, kind of partway through the heel here, but yeah, so I finished the leg and I started on the heel last night. I only did a couple rows, but you know, that's progress. This is the color I'm using for the heel, and it is, sorry, a little bit of a mess. It is Manos del Uruguay Alegria in the colorway Spirulina. This is like my favorite. I bought 2 skeins of this because it's my favorite color. Yeah, and the body or the rest of it is in this KFI collection sock indulgence 4-ply in the colorway Shenandoah. And I got this. I love this yarn, actually. I never seen this before. Even this brand was new to me when I found this. I found it at the Linda's Craftique in their bargain clearance room. It's not really a room, but it's a little section. And I really like this colorway. It's one of my favorites. So, yeah, fun. I've showed this sock before. If you're new here, this is the second sock. I've already completed the first one. And then I only have one other thing to show. Oh. And that is I did start a new sock today. I don't know why I'm kind of like embarrassed about it, but not really. I just thought before I left, I didn't really want to take that sock with. I don't know why I didn't want to work on the heel in the waiting room. And, you know, I have other projects I could work on. I definitely didn't want to bring my whole sweater. I like to have something just kind of small in my purse. And then actually I picked up my Escher beanie or Escher toque because I kind of thought, oh, that would be a good one to work on. But I think I actually want to start doing the decreases. And because the pattern's in a book, I didn't want to bring the book with. And I just didn't want to do the decreases. So instead, I started a whole new sock. Sorry. Here it is. I don't know if you can see the pattern. This is the Zigazag Ah. It's named after the Spice Girls song. Zigazag Ah sock by Knittin' and Knottin' or Jess Thompson. So I'm also working on the Sunken Cathedral sock, but I'm at the heel of that one as well. So I didn't want to work on that one. But yeah, it's the same pattern designer. And I'm knitting it up. So the pattern is for regular like fingering weight sock yarn and using a 2mm needle, but I have this DK weight Rico Superba alpaca luxury socks, and 100 grams is 310 meters. Maybe it's more of a sport weight, I don't know. I'm knitting it on 2.5mm needles. And I just love how like fuzzy it is. Can you see the halo? So I actually have this other DK weight sock yarn. It's a alpaca one. I think it's by Lang. I forget what it's called. I feel like it's called something similar. and it is the softest yarn I've ever felt. And when I saw this one, I actually thought it was the same one, but it's not. And I kept thinking, like, this is soft, but it's not as soft as that one. And I kept thinking, oh, am I crazy? Did I just think that that one's really soft, but it's actually not that soft? But no, it's not the same yarn. And actually, this one's called Alpaca Luxury, but it is 62% virgin wool, 23% polyamide, and then only 15% alpaca. So I think leading with the alpaca is a little misleading. Yeah, but I'm excited. Actually, this sock was one of the ones I saw of Jess Thompson's that really made me want to knit her socks. It has like a really fun like zigzag pattern with knit and purl stitches. So I thought it was going to be a pretty easy pattern, but actually, I mean, it's not hard, but I do have to kind of read it row by row, which was totally fine for today. And I think the fact that I'm knitting it on these bigger needles, it's going to go fairly quickly. And the fact that I don't have to do any cabling and use a cable needle, I think will also go fairly quickly, because I had considered just doing the same cable knit pattern that I just finished in the Noro socks, so the Summerly Guernsey sweater sock pattern. But I just feel like my other two socks I have in progress, all the other socks I have in progress are cable knit. And last time I made the mistake, I chose a vintage lamps or vintage lampshade pattern, thinking that it was just slip stitches and no cables, and then it still had cables. So this one does not, and I don't need to use a cable needle, and maybe I have to read it every line, every row, but I don't have to continuously think about the row. Like, it's a pretty easy, like 4 knits, 4 purls type of thing. And so yeah, I don't think it was a bad choice. And I really just wanted like a fuzzy, fluffy, kind of thick sock. And I don't normally wear my handmade socks that often, because I think I was talking about this. I have to wear compression socks, but the last couple days, my left leg and foot has had very little to no swelling. So I haven't been wearing my compression sock. I don't know. Is this TMI? Sorry, whatever. My right leg is still very, very swollen, but my left leg is not so much. So even today, I am wearing my favorite cable knit socks, and that is also a pattern by Jess Thompson, aka Knittin' and Knottin' on Ravelry and Instagram. Yeah, I feel better about just making socks, because I feel like that's all I want to make right now. And I think part of it is that they're just small and portable and easy to take with me. But I do sort of feel like, we're in February now. So hopefully we just really have this month and then March that are going to be winter months to get through. So I should actually be trying to finish my toques, like especially the Escher, and then also my White Mountains is such a sort of a heavier sweater, so I do sort of feel the pressure now to get some of my winter knits done, because winter is not going to be happening for it's still a good chunk left, but we're coming into, I feel like the end is in sight. And then I kind of think I should start working on lighter knits. Maybe no more hats, maybe a little scarf, a triangle scarf, and maybe more socks, but maybe like a lighter sweater. I also have some cotton Noro, where it's a cotton blend. And I thought a month ago, I thought I was going to be going to Florida this month, but I don't think I feel like it. So I was going to make myself a cotton sweater for Florida. Kind of felt like the pressure was on for that, but now I don't feel that way. But I do still want to make a cotton sweater for springtime here. I still want to make my 3 robbers. And I still have the Midori Hirose Paul Clay, which I think is kind of being put on the back burner. We'll see. Because I also want to use my Rhinebeck yarn to make a sweater. Anyways, winter's coming to an end. So I need to start thinking about that, wrapping up my winter knits, and maybe start thinking about more spring/summer. I don't really do summer knits so much, like I don't knit t-shirts, but I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a try this year. Anyways, that is enough for me for today. So progress on one project, started a new project. I really have to do my variations on a triangle sample knit, but I think I'm going to start that this weekend. I have to get that out of the way. But that's it for me for today. Bye. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.